Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a kind of follow-up of a video I did in Vlogust titled, I woke up to my ... I really haven't talked about it much, unless I was forced to, but this year I said I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, do things I've never done, and this is the one thing that's been probably the hardest thing to even think about. So, if topics of depression, mental health, and suicide are too much for you to handle, I totally understand. There are many other videos on my channel that you can watch. But this is actually also a two-parter. The second half I've talked about a little, I think, but I just want to fill in some details and stuff. So, it was March of 2005. Sorry, I've got water in my ear. It was March of 2005. It was, I'm pretty sure, it was a Sunday. And my mom was like, if I'm not up by 9:30, wake me up. I have to check my sugar, because she was diabetic, and she had to, and then she was gonna cook breakfast and make coffee and stuff like that. So I woke up at 9:30. No, at 9:45. I'm like, okay, she's probably up. Went to where she was sleeping. She didn't sleep in her bedroom with my father. They were married, but they fought a lot. Like, they wanted to get a divorce, but his family wanted him to stay in the house because of me. And she was just like, fine, we'll stay together. So I went out to the living room where she was, and she was still asleep. I'm like, oh, wow, this is... So I shook her, saying, come on, wake up, and she wasn't waking up. So I felt her forehead, maybe she was sick, and she was cold, and I didn't understand why. I mean, yeah, I was 13, but I had never experienced something like this before. So then I really, really started shaking her and started panicking. So I ran down to the bedroom, yelled to my father, she's not waking up, and then I ran upstairs to our friend's house and said, she isn't waking up, and her friend was on the phone saying, I've got to go, there's something wrong. And she went downstairs. He was trying to wake her up as I was leaving, but she wasn't. She was dead. The night before, she had said she was having chest pains, and her friend was like, well, you need to go to the hospital. She was like, no, I don't want to. It'll pass. I don't want him to wake up and not see where I am, not see me here and wonder what's going on. I don't know how the full conversation went. I don't remember. Some of the stuff from that day I've pretty much blocked out. Then he called his mother. I called one of my aunts. His mother showed up. My father's mother showed up. And then I went downstairs and waited for my aunt. She had brought their sister along, who we had a falling out with couple of years before, I think. I don't remember when, but anyway, she came up to me first and just hugged me, and I stood there because I was pretty much out of it. Like, I was out of it. Then I brought them upstairs. First, before they were getting here, I had locked myself in the bathroom, and then I went to go get them, and then I ran into my room under the blankets, because I didn't want to see what was going on out there. They had called an ambulance. One of my aunts had come down to my room to check on me, saying, pack a bag, you're gonna come with us for a while. And I was like, oh, okay. And as I was leaving my bedroom, I saw them. I saw them taking her out on the stretcher. And I just froze. Like, I didn't know how to process it. So my aunt took me to her house, one of them. And I stayed there for a week, and when I got on the computer, I told a friend of mine. They didn't believe it. Like, it's true. Like, check the newspaper. There's probably something about it. They checked the newspaper, and they were just in disbelief. So I'd stayed up there probably a week. And the day of the, waking hour, calling hours and wake, I had such a huge headache, and they were like, it's a tension headache. We'll here's some aspirin. And by that time, pretty much everyone knew. So when we got to the funeral home, people were already starting to come in, and they were friends, family. My first grade teacher showed up. My sixth grade teacher showed up because my mom had become friends with them. And they gave me cards and condolences. After I opened some of the cards and saw there was money in there, I don't know, I couldn't process anything. I ran into the bathroom and locked myself in there for a good half an hour. First, people were trying to check on me, asking, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then people started having to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I'm not coming out. There is a wonderful gas station down the street. Go there. I didn't want to leave the bathroom. It was small. It was quiet. I didn't have people hovering around me asking if I was alright. I was just 100%, no, 1,000% overwhelmed by what was going on. I really couldn't process it. So when I decided to leave the bathroom, I wanted to go sit with my friends. I felt more comfortable around them, but one of my aunts grabbed me and told me to sit up front with them. So pretty much I did. And then after that, the service happened. Then I went back to my aunt's house and stayed the weekend. And I remember the Monday I went back. It was unusual because March, you don't really see a lot of normally you don't see much snow. But that Monday it was snowing. And I walked to school, and like I said, at that point, everyone knew. Like, all the teachers knew, the principal knew, classmates knew. I mean, if you read the newspaper, you saw. And the day I got there, back there, I had a couple classes that one I didn't like, one I did. And the one I didn't like, the teacher, that's another story, and it's in its own story. But this teacher was like, don't worry about it, you don't have to do the presentation. I'm like, I'm ready to do it. He was like, no, you don't have to. I'm like, I can really, I can do it. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, fine. But because of that, I failed the class. I didn't have to repeat it, but I failed it by a few points. And I'm like, when I called the school to ask what happened, I'm like, this is a little fast forward, but we'll go back. I was like, he said I didn't have to do the presentation. Like, he insisted on I didn't, and I still failed. And they were like, well, don't worry. We'll look into it. You won't have to repeat the class. I'm like, okay. So going back to that day I came back, I had science at the end of the day, and they were taking a test. The teacher said, don't worry about it. You study the material in the back with a couple other students. Work on the current chapter's worth of homework. And you can take the test in a couple days. And I was like, okay. So I went there and did that. And a few days later I had gym class, and we were playing hockey, and the gym teacher took it a little too far. Like, we had to wear these nasty gloves and goggles. And he was like, I advise you wash your hands after wearing these gloves. And I'm like, no. And even if I did play, I couldn't wear my glasses and the goggles at the same time. And everyone got mad that I was missing the goal. Like, I wasn't defending it right. And I'm like, you all know I wear glasses. White floor, small round ball that is white. Do the math. And I stormed out. And no one questioned it because it was only like a couple days after. This one kid, though, came up saying, "Why are you such a suicidal, depressing freak?" And I looked at him. I'll give you the exact look. I'm like, I'm not suicidal. I'm homicidal. Kid left me alone the rest of the year. Like, everyone saw him going over there, and they were trying to stop him, like, whatever you're planning on doing, don't. No. Like, don't. And every year on her birthday, I mean, for the last few years, I haven't thought of it. Like I said, I blocked a lot out from then, but I still remember her birthday, and it's just weird. I was very close with my mother. She saw me off to my first day of kindergarten. She saw me graduate elementary school. she saw me get my first set of awards in 7th grade. Unfortunately, she didn't get to see me getting accepted to college or graduating high school. She unfortunately missed 2 big milestones. That I know she would be upset that she missed. But according to what they said, her cause of death was a heart attack in her sleep. And from what I remember in forensic science, she died probably an hour after the 9 p.m. phone call because she was cold. And since the room was dark, I couldn't tell if she was pale or not, and I'd never experienced death before. So I didn't know how to process it, and I just blocked it. I knew what happened, but I tried to block the reality. For a good year or so, I was like, when am I waking up from this nightmare? I'm like, this is just a really bad dream. It's 6:15, and my mom's coming in to wake me up, or because I slept through my alarm, and she was waking me up to make sure I wasn't going to be late for school. But nope. Never happened, and now it's been 12 years, almost in March it'll be 13. And hold on, I have a picture of her. Please enjoy this. Please enjoy this. Oh. Sorry. Oh, there's the receipts. That's the ones I'm looking for, but yay, I suppose. Oh, I knew I had extra bottles left over. Okay. Wasn't in the one tote I thought it was. Please enjoy the view of Please enjoy the view of the ceiling. Okay, it's not in that tote. I'm running out of totes. So if it's not in this one, then I'm gonna panic. Forgot. I'm gonna check the tote one more time because I had to move stuff around because I was running out of space and stuff. And I know I've seen the picture. Just don't remember where. It's been so long. That's not it. Not it. There's only so many places it can be. No. No. Adults, rent receipts, birth certificate. Oh, other important paperwork. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is this it? Rent receipts everywhere. Hey, I found one of my old games. Too bad I don't have a system to play it on anymore. Okay. Come on. Where is it? Phone. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it later. Because now I'm starting to panic. I'm gonna end this here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Okay, bye.